Hello dear Scorpions, welcome back to my channel, and this is your reading for the month of September 2021. Before I start with your reading, I would like to tell you that instead of a 4 weekly spread, I have started doing a 5 weekly spread this month onwards. So if you like that, please do comment, because I thought instead of carry forwarding the energy from the fourth week to the fifth week, it is a little bit confusing for you guys. So I thought I'll make your life easier, and I'll do a separate fifth week reading in this deck. I'll include it in this monthly reading itself, because I see that there are so many days in the fifth week of September, and there's no point I'll tell you to carry forward the energy. So that's that. So let's begin shuffling. Whoever who is new to my channel, please know that this is a reading directly from the book of Nostradamus, a famous prophet of the 15th century. So let's begin now. I'm just trying to shuffle it properly, because I don't like when the cards repeat themselves, but I think they're meant to come out, so they come. Okay, so first week, like second week, like this card, third week, fourth week, this card has been coming out a lot, and the fifth week. Some of you are traveling in the fourth week, or thinking about traveling somewhere. So let's see the completed world in your first week. Who else got that? I think Pisces got that. So Scorpions, maybe you will have Pisces in some of your chart. Maybe the Devil, the Hierophant, the Fool, wow, and the Justice. Such a powerful reading, Scorpions. You have 5 major arcana cards. There is the completed world, there is Devil, there is a Hierophant, there's a Fool, and the Justice. Wow. Some of you Scorpions are dealing with a Capricorn. Some of you are dealing with a Taurus, as I can see. Any other sign? Any other sign? No other sign is popping up right now. However, you know that let's not get fixated on the signs. You could be dealing with any sign, but I would really like to see. The first week has the 9 of Stars. Okay, yeah. So this card talks about Gemini. So some of you are dealing with a Gemini. You have the 9 of Stars and the completed world. Okay. Let's see. Beautiful reading though. Let's clarify with Nostradamus. First, I would like to clarify the 9 of Stars for you. Yeah, okay. Okay, so the 9 of Stars here talks about anxiety, about worry, about despair, suffering, isolation, and also envy. So I feel that it's not an immediate feeling, because the cards for the rest of the month have major arcana in it. So I am not getting that this is something that has just happened in April. I feel that this is a feeling that you're carrying from the month of August. So definitely something happened in August which is making you feel like you have to make a choice now, and this choice can lead to some sort of sacrifice or loss. So maybe you're presented with, you're on a crossroad, it seems, and you have to make a tough choice. and you'll have to sacrifice something, you know. Some of you might be a victim of gossip. Some of you might, people might be talking behind your back, people might be criticizing you, people might be gossiping about you, and some of you might not be very a strong person who can deal with this. For the others, I see that you are strong enough. If you think that you resonate with a person who's not very strong enough and people are just backbiting about you and you don't know how to deal with it, then this could be you, that you're feeling anxious and you're worried about it. Also, this is you who are faced with such criticism, but you're strong enough. And now that you have to make things right, you are presented with choices. Maybe something happened in your personal life, I would say in your married life, if you guys are married, or relationship, and you found out that the person you are with is cheating on you. Or if this could be you, I feel, who was cheating on somebody. Maybe you were cheating on your partner. Now you have, of course it is difficult, because somehow I feel that your partner found out about it, and you're worried what's gonna happen, and you're worried about if the person is going to be with you or not. You're also in talks with maybe the third party you were involved with, and now you're presented with a choice whether to be with your lover or to be with your husband or partner. So that kind of choice, I sense there's happening for you. Definitely, I see that you're isolated. So when your friends found out about this, they have isolated you, you know or maybe you found out that your partner was cheating. Then you've kind of, you are envious of the person who was, with whom your partner was cheating on you. So you're kind of like jealous of that person. You're like, why am I not good enough, that kind of feeling, that feeling of loss. Also, now if you are provided with crossroads where you have to choose a husband and a lover, and so you'll have to choose one, that means you'll have to sacrifice or lose the other one. That kind of situation this is, whether you want to be with your partner, forgive him, or if it's you, then you have to decide whether you want to be with your partner and stop this extramarital affair, or you want to go with your lover, if at all he or she wants to be with you. Because some people are just fooling around and they'll never give you that kind of stability, I feel. Let's get to the burning tower. I think it's a time of great change for you, though. I think if this was you who was doing all these things, I feel that maybe now you realize that it's not worth it, to spoil your marriage for some guy who will never give you, or some girl who will never give you stability. They were with you only because they thought that you will ask the minimum out of it. If I talk about, if I take some examples, some guys are like that. They'll ask the minimum out of you. I mean, you would be expecting the minimum out of them, and they know that you will only be talking so much and you'll only be doing so much, and they will never be answerable to you. And guys like that kind of freedom, or some girls also, if they like that kind of freedom. I don't think with this, I feel that they will ever give you stability. So I suggest that if you really have to make a choice, I suggest that you choose your marriage over some random person, unless you're really really in love with that person and you want to spend your life with that person. Okay. With the completed world, I see that you're coming out of these problems. This is a card of success, this is a card of triumph over all the tests and problems that you have been through, of coming home and completion. So I feel that either it's you, or you cheated on somebody and now you're coming back home, and maybe your partner is accepting you or forgiving you, I feel. And that now you feel complete and happy with your partner, that you were not feeling before that, because now you have realized how important your marriage is to you. So there's a feeling of completeness, that your world is coming back together, and things are good. There are major changes happening. Of course, if you end the third party and just focus on your personal life, married life only, then that it's a big change, because maybe this relationship that you were going in was going on for a very long time. Okay, so I believe that it's a time for universal truth. So some sort of truth came into picture, whether your partners were cheating on you or you were cheating on them. Some sort of truth came into picture at the time when it was supposed to come, because this is also a card of divine timing. So I feel that this is a time where you got to know a truth about something. Maybe you realized that that third party was not worth it, or your partner realized that the third party was not worth it, and now you're deciding to completely be loyal to your partner. So this is a card of liberation, also of changes. Also, maybe you liberated yourself out of that third party. Okay, and if this was your person who was cheating on you, your husband or your partner, I think you liberated yourself from them, or you decided to cut them off, because you think that you are complete in yourself, you're whole, and you don't need any person who is disloyal to you. Sorry, the battery is always low. So that kind of a feeling. Okay, that's what is happening in your first week. I feel this is a thing that is being carrying forwarded from the month of August. It's not a fresh energy that I see. Okay, the second week we have the Eight of Moons and the Devil. Ooh, like I said, guys, if you're dealing with a third party situation, then yes, this person is devilish. This person is never gonna give you stability. Let me tell you that. Never, ever, ever, ever is this person going to get you stability. If you think they love you because they were being all very nice to you, or very much in touch with you, or they would travel for you, they were only traveling for the physical stuff. Okay, not love. Yeah, see, some of you are very, very attached to this person. I feel very, very attached to your partner who cheated on you, or this lover of yours, if you are in that situation. So you're very attached to this person, but you're also somewhere very, very scared of what's gonna come next. You're very scared. This shows, this is a card of that you fear what the outcome is going to be. You're uncertain about this person in your life, or how your life is now going to turn out to be. If this is a new person or new relationship that you're starting, then you're very, very scared of that also. But what I feel is, this is not a new relationship. I feel it's a third party situation. I feel either you have cheated on your partner, or your partner has cheated on you. Now you are unsure if your partner has cheated on you, then yes, this is their energy, devilish energy. This is the card of deceit, of lies, of disloyalty, somebody trying to fool someone. So they were definitely the devil. And now you even if you want them back, I don't think you're scared. You can't trust them now. And if that is you, who cheated on their partners, then I feel that this lover of yours has this devilish energy. I sense earth sign here. Okay, some of you might be dealing with Capricorn, some of you might be dealing with other earth signs too. Might be a Taurus, or a Gemini. Whoever this is, they are never going to give you stability. If you think that you can leave your husband for them, leave your boyfriend for them, leave your wife, or however you can take it, as they are never going to. And that's what, and somewhere that this person is never gonna give you commitment, and that's why you're scared. You're very, very scared. The third week we have the Six of Moons and the Hierophant. Let's see, the Six of Moons and the Hierophant. I feel that whoever you were dealing with, Scorpions, this person was maybe at a very nice position, you know, a very powerful position, and you got very attracted to them. Maybe he or she was your boss, or somebody, maybe a doctor that you met, or somebody you met through work, and they were at a higher position, and that's why, you know, somebody's persona sometimes is very, very attractive to us. You know, sometimes that's very attractive to us. So I believe with the Hierophant, this person that you're dealing with was very attractive. Or if your partner was dealing with this person, he or she was very, very attractive. So, you know, they kind of couldn't help it. They were very drawn to their power and authority and position, basically. A lot of you, I sense this is also a card of marriage. So definitely some of you, it's an extramarital affair, clearly. Some of you, it's a problem that's going on in your marital life. It's about religious conviction or belief also. So some, obviously it's against beliefs, it's against laws to have extramarital affair. You know, it's against morals, and that is all this card talks about. You know, somebody has shattered somebody's religious belief, somebody's belief or of loyalty, of trust, of, you know, of sacredness, of marriage and, you know, commitment. So somebody tossed it very, very badly. Whoever this is now looking backwards with regrets. They do have regrets, Scorpions. Either it's you or your person, they do have regrets of what they have done. Again, they are worried about the uncertain outcome. Now they don't know. They don't know if, you know, their partner will accept them or not. They don't know. Maybe you have been cheated on, so you're it's maybe reflecting your partner's energy. They don't know whether you're going to accept them or not. Even you don't know whether you're going to forgive them for this or not. And if this is you who have cheated on their partners, then, you know, you are somewhere very scared if your partner is going to now accept you or not, because your lover is definitely not going to accept you. I feel that for most of you, he or she might, but I don't know. It's about ancient quarrels stirring up again. You know, it's like, obviously when it just, I believe whoever this is just found out about what happened, I think in the last month, and things are pretty new and the quarrels are still going on. You're still arguing about it. People are constantly going back and forth with what happened that day, what happened a previous month ago. And I think you, this, whatever this has been going on, the extramarital affair has been going for a very long time, and it just got caught. Maybe it got caught before also, and you guys forgave each other, or whoever this is. I think it again surfaced, and now again there are clashes. You know, some of you might be dealing with priest and hierophant and you know, in this sense, judges and all, taking this court case, you know, to the judge, to taking this case to the court. So some of you are definitely dealing with that also. You know, your divorce is happening, and a lot of fights and quarrels and conflicts are happening around this time. Let's get to the fourth week, where we have the Seven of Moons and the Fool card. Yes, whoever this is with the Fool card tells that they feel like a fool. They feel like they have made a fool of themselves. So if your partner cheated on you, trust me, they're feeling like they shouldn't have them, and they made a fool of themselves. And if this is you, you are feeling like you have made a fool of yourself by cheating on your partner. You know, definitely there are regrets. Definitely, because this fool is like, you know, kiddish energy. They don't think before acting, and they tend to make stupid mistakes, you know, tend to just basically not think about things, not think about future. For some of you, if you guys are thinking of forgiving this person, or if your person is thinking of forgiving you, I mean, if the cross watchers are watching, then the fool can also implement that, starting things from a clean slate, forgetting what happened in the past. But with other cards, at least previously, I see that past is kind of tough to forget, because you guys are completely again and again looking back at what's happened, and I think it's difficult for you guys to kind of move on from this energy. Yeah, it's a foolish wisdom. It's kind of being carefree about things, very unpredictable nonsense. Whoever did this cheating part is clearly regretting. Clearly has made a fool of themselves. They just shouldn't have. I don't understand why people get into extramarital affair. If you really don't like your partner that much, just give them a divorce and then do whatever you want to do. Nobody's going to stop you. Why hurt a person like that? Now you're gonna tell me that things are not that easy, kids are involved, blah blah blah. Then tell me now, when once you're caught, how will that look on your kids, right? So make a wise decision before feeling like a fool. I mean, why do people do that? Seriously. With the Seven of Moons, again, it's a card of reflection where you are making castles in your head that how beautiful your home was, how beautiful your life was. It's like unrealistic illusions basically in your head of success or how successful things were. Maybe things were never really great between you two guys, and now that you're, you're nearing a separation or a divorce, now you are feeling nostalgic, and it makes you feel like your relationship was so much good. Maybe it was never good, let's just take it, and that's what forced you or your partner to step out into a third party situation. But some nostalgia is a bitch, as they say, so they make it seem like things are great or were great, but maybe they never were great. Maybe you guys never gelled well, or you always had fight and you were just lingering on. Basically, I feel that this relationship was just lingering on. you know Whatever it is, you're definitely making castles in your head about these things, that what if, basically ifs and buts. If this wouldn't have happened, then we would have been together, and this wouldn't have happened, and stuff like that. There's a lot of ifs and buts that is happening. Basically, it's you are in your head right now, and if this is your partner who cheated on you, then they're definitely in their head right now. They are thinking big time about it. And if you are the one who cheated on your partner, then you're definitely in your head. You're feeling like a fool. You're constantly thinking about things, how things were so pretty. I mean, whatever it is, if you really are, I think, thinking about this at this point of time, that I do feel that Scorpions and relationship must have been fine. All there are always ups and downs, and no relationship is perfect. You could have worked it out, you could have talked it out. But now I feel that it's too late. It's too late. I mean, whoever has got this third party situation has spoiled this relationship so badly that I don't see it. I see it turning very ugly. Honestly, when I started this reading, when I saw the five major arcana cards, I was like, wow, this reading is amazing. But oh my god, just see just see how the second card in the reading completely turns the meaning of whatever is happening, and it's sad to see. I mean, it's sad. Let's get to the fifth and the last week, where we have the Seven of Spheres and the Justice. Yes, justice is going to come for whoever did wrong, whether that's you or your partner. It's time for justice. They are going to pay for it. Yeah, it's a card of balance, it's a card of fairness, it's a card of justice for all, fairness to all. So when a judge makes a decision, maybe your court case date is hearing is in sometime in the fifth week, last week of September. So know that whatever outcome will be very very fair. There will be a fair outcome. you know or if you're not in the court case right now, do know that whatever decision you make or the other person makes or whoever makes will be for your own good. If you decide to not be with this person, trust that this is going to be a good decision for you. And if you cheated on, I whatever decision the other person makes, that's what's gonna be then. because this is a card of justice for all, this is a card of harmony, this is a card of law, so I see a lot of you dealing with court cases at this point of time regarding this. There's going to be impartiality, definitely, so don't worry about that. The justice card also requires us to be honest with ourselves and others. So if you think that you have been hiding it for a very long time, and if I think it's time that you come out clean, Scorpions. If this is you who have done it, then I think I mean, there's no other way. You don't have any other option but to come out clean. Be honest with yourself and others, because how much can you really hide it? Truth is allowed to emerge, so truth will come out sooner or later, I think. And I think with this, however it started, the reading started, I feel that truth has already come out, so you don't have, or your partner doesn't have really much to run away from. I do see that if Scorpions, if you're on the side where, I'm sorry, I was about to fall. If you're on the side where your partner cheated on you, I believe that you have been constantly stressing about it, because I know exactly how it feels to be on the side where you have been cheated on. This card here, Seven of Spades, say that you need to take a break. You really need to take a break, to take deep breaths, because somewhere it's affecting you. You are in your head about it, that how could he do that to me, or how could he not choose me, how could he just cheat on me. Sometimes the girls or the guys your partners are cheating on with are not even good enough. So I think somewhere you have that kind of feeling, that how could he do that to me. So this card is asking you to take a break, to not overthink, to just focus on yourself. I know it's hard around this time, but you are, I feel that, exhausted from whatever is happening. So if you are on the side where you have been cheated on, please take a break from all this overthinking. You really are spoiling your health, or you will spoil your health eventually. Yeah, you really need to, what the message that I'm getting from the universe is that you need to clear this clutter from your life. You need to cut people off who are not for your higher good, or things that you no longer need. It's like you have to cut this person off. I'm really sorry to say that. If you are in a third party situation, if you are on the side who was cheating on your partner with a third person, then I really think that it's time that you cut this third person off, because they are the devil, and they will never give you commitment. If you think, you can try asking them out, but I don't feel they will. And if you are being cheated on, Scorpions, then I think the universe is asking you to cut this person off. Take a break from them. Declutter your life from such people who don't bring the best in you, who has, who are not good for you, basically. I believe it's a very heavy reading, and with major arcana cards, I was so excited, but oh my god, I'm sorry, Scorpions, that you're going through a lot of emotions, lot of sadness. I believe the only thing I can say is cut this third party out. Honestly, that's the only way to move forward. Trust me. Because you had a beautiful relationship, I feel that you really had everything in this relationship. And if cross watchers are watching, please cut this person out. They are the devil, and they'll never give you commitment. I mean, if for some of you it's working out with your third person, and you think that your husband or your wife or whoever your partner is the devil in this picture, though I don't know, so you might be going through that, and I have to tell you everything that's going on. If you think that your partner was emotionally abusive, emotionally unavailable, or just it was just not working out, and you think that you're getting that love from a third person and they're ready to commit to you, then please, by all means, go forward, take a divorce and then go forward, you know. Don't linger on with two three people at the same time. It's not worth it. It's too much of wastage of your mental energy, and I can see that exactly that is happening. Okay, so I think my message to you is, please cut this third party out, guys. I hope I was able to help you guys, and I hope I'm able to give you a picture of what's to come. I hope you guys feel better and make the right decision. My heart goes out to you guys. Okay, take care of yourself, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.